The astonishing Erlkönig. An explosion of genius such as Schubert experienced in 1815 is hard to find in the whole history of music, and that all this was the work of an 18-year-old primary school teacher simply boggles the mind. But then, in one respect, pointed out by Spaun, Schubert was perhaps unique, even among the great composers.
The sheer speed of his composition was simply fantastic. Consider, for example, that his first reading and subsequent composition of Goethe's Erlkönig was the work of a single afternoon.
It should come as no surprise that a man who could write music of that demonic intensity could experience the music of other composers with a comparable intensity, be it of joy, sorrow, peace, or whatever. Schubert was far too disorganized to keep a regular diary, but he did have an occasional stab at it, usually very self-consciously, often embarrassingly. And one particular entry at this time of his life tells us a lot about his experience and vision of great music. It was written after hearing a performance of Mozart's string quintet in G minor.
A light, bright, fine day. This will remain with me for my whole life. As though from a great distance, the magic notes of Mozart's music gently haunt me still. With what extraordinary vigor, and yet with what gentleness was it impressed deep, deep into my heart. Thus does our soul retain these heavenly impressions, which no time, no circumstances can erase, and they illuminate our very existence. In the darkness of our lives, they reveal to us a shining, clear, entrancing distance for which we hope with all our hearts. O Mozart, immortal Mozart, how many, oh, how endlessly many such comforting perceptions of a brighter, better life hast thou brought to our souls.
The sincerity and depth of feeling there transcends the rather stagey poeticizing at the end. On the other hand, Schubert could at times be affected, pretentious, over-literary, phony philosophical, and mainly incomprehensible, as in this entry from around the same time.
Happy he who finds a true man-friend. Happier still who finds a true friend in his wife. To a free man today, marriage is a terrifying thought. He exchanges it either for sorrow or for crude sensuality. Man bears misfortune without complaint, but feels it the more keenly. Wherefore did God grant us compassion? Light mind, light heart. Too light a mind generally betokens a too heavy heart. Urban politeness is a mighty antithesis to the sincerity of human relationships. The greatest misfortune of the wise and the greatest fortune of the foolish rests upon convention. To be noble and unhappy is to feel the full depths of misfortune and happiness, just as to be noble and happy is to feel happiness and misfortune.
Okay, he was a musical, not a literary genius, but he was also still a teenager, and riding the first wave of that musical romanticism which would practically engulf the 19th century after his death. The Romantics lived for the moment. They prized the improvisatory crystallization of fleeting emotions and sensations. The poetic snapshot of passion took precedence over classical proportion and preordained structures. Not for nothing did Schubert call his most popular piano pieces impromptus and moments musicaux, musical moments. And, of course, the combination of living at home and teaching little school children grew more irksome almost by the day. His one concentrated...
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.